Okay. Yeah, you hear me now. Okay. Okay. This is going out. We're still 20 minutes though. All right. Well, the live stats go in 20 minutes. That's not a good sign. And a very pleasant good evening, and we welcome you once again to Ventura College Football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Tonight, the Pirates begin their conference schedule with a matchup against the Long Beach City College Vikings. For the Pirates in their non-conference schedule, it was mission accomplished with a perfect 5-0 start, but it figures to get certainly a little bit tougher as they begin the conference schedule in what should be a very, very deep and tough National Conference Northern Division. It starts with Long Beach City College tonight, who comes in with a record of just 2-3, but that 2-3 record was actually the worst record of any team in the Northern Division, a Northern Division that went a combined 22-7 in their non-conference schedule. So it is going to be very tough from here on out for the Pirates. And this is a Long Beach City College team that comes in, yes, with a record of 2-3, but also very deep, very talented, as they have been under head coach Brett Peabody for the last several years. This is a Viking squad that has been up among the leaders in the Northern Division for most of the last 5 or 6 years. They are coming off a record of 7-3 in 2019. So this figures to be a very tough assignment as they start their conference schedule here tonight. The Pirates coming off a thrilling win at Saddleback College 2 weeks ago, a 31-17 win over the Bobcats in a game that was back and forth and saw the Pirates hold on, forcing a big turnover late in the game, getting a late touchdown to turn a one-score game into a 31-17 final. For the Pirates, an impressive road win. The return out to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will get started. It's Trinell Ridgely. Trinell Ridgely on the return. There's a little bit of confusion with the Vikings, with both J.D. Davis and Trinell Ridgely, both number 5, getting credit in their statistics for return yards. So we'll try to keep that straight for you, but I believe it was Ridgely on the return. Just underway, first possession for the Vikings, led by sophomore quarterback Derek West. West and Blaze McKibben have both seen action this season for the Vikings so far. And McKibben got the start against Golden West 2 weeks ago, but he was banged up. West came on, played well, and now it's West who will get the start. Rolling out, completing the pass. Good yardage for the Vikings on first down. This is going to take it to beyond midfield into Pirate territory, down to the 35-yard line. Finding Jeff Trepanier Jr. And right away you see the scouting report on Derek West. Let's watch the replay here, and you see the elusiveness of West. Good job handling an errant snap. A designed roll finds Trepanier. Good misdirection, and then a couple of good moves from Trepanier, who comes in second on the Vikings in receptions this season with 11, make it 12 now, as he picks up 43 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and the Vikings are in business. They keep it on the ground, and another good gain here out near first down yardage. Elijah Davis getting the start here tonight. But we will see both Saeed Galloway and Rodney Clemente before it's all said and done, as the Vikings go 3 deep at the running back spot. But Davis with a 9-yard pickup leaves a 2nd and 1, and now whistles on the snap here as down goes West, but will have a penalty before the play. Looked like Sirocco got in the backfield quickly, but this is going to be a false start on Long Beach City College. So 2nd and 1 becomes 2nd and 6. Opening drive for the Vikings, the big play to Trepanier Jr. has it into Pirate territory. They fake to Davis. West again rolling out, completes the pass to Ridgely. Ridgely picks up a block down to the 25 to Ayemi with the stop. 5-yard gain makes it a 3rd and 1 for Long Beach. They come in converting just 33% on 3rd down on the season so far. The Pirates limiting their opponents to 33% 3rd down conversion, so some consistency in the number. And a 3rd and short for the Vikings. The football resting on the Pirate 31-yard line. Hit in the backfield. Davis in trouble, dragged down for a loss. That was Joe Hernandez who eventually wrapped him up back at the 30-yard line. That is a loss of 3. They'll spot it at the 29. This would be a 46-yard field goal for Ryder Padilla. They will pass and instead will elect to go for it on 4th down. The Vikings are 3 of 12 on 4th down this season. This, a 4th and 4 from the 29. Big play by that Pirate front 4. West looking over the defense. Play clock down to 5. Got to move quickly now. Down to 1. They get the snap off. West, quick slant, complete. 1st down and more for the Vikings inside the 5 down to the 2. That was Zach Leitz, the leading receiver, just running a quick in. This is a great throw by Derek West. Another good route. The Vikings want to move quickly. They are at the line. As we give you a quick look at the replay, they fake to Davis. West on the keeper. He's going to get in for the touchdown. Well, Derek West had 2 rushing touchdowns a week ago. I should say 2 weeks ago in the last game. Against Golden West College, it was a loss for Long Beach. But this is, again, a pretty good idea of what you're going to get from Derek West. We saw it on the first play. 2 rushing touchdowns last week in the loss. 8 rushing touchdowns as the starting quarterback for the Vikings in 2019. Derek West is elusive, and he is a threat, particularly in the red zone, to run the football. We just saw it there. So the Vikings take it right down the field on the opening drive. They go 78 yards. Extra point from Padilla. Up and good. And Long Beach City College strikes first. They lead at 7-0. 12:02 remaining in the opening quarter. You're watching Ventura College football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Isaiah Isaac, Gavin Brasker back deep. Brasker missed the game at Saddleback a couple of weeks ago, but back in the lineup for the Pirates here tonight. The Pirates trail it 7-0 after the Vikings take it right down the field. They get a big play from Trepanier Jr. They get a big 4th down conversion. Brasker, meanwhile, out past the 30, tripped up near the 35. But that is about as good as you can look on offense for the Vikings on their opening drive. And yes, they're 2-3, but we'll get a little more into how that record can be deceiving. This is a team that has been hit hard by injuries on defense, on special teams as well. I should say on the offensive line as well. And they've had some bad breaks, some big plays against them at big times, and it's a record that could be a little bit different, but don't expect them to be intimidated against longtime rival Ventura College as they come up here under head coach Brett Peabody. 1st down run for a gain of about 4 out to the 40. Derek West gets the start in the backfield for the Pirates, and he gets the carry on 1st down. 2nd down and 6. Pichot with his first throw. Diving attempt, and the catch incomplete. Looking for Brasker on the quick throw, and watch Brasker lay out here, and he almost came up with that football but could not secure it. And now it's the Pirates facing a 3rd down and 6. They have been outstanding on 3rd down this season. 49%. Yeah, we gave you a quick look at the replay and you saw Brasker trying to secure that football. That was a very close call, but it doesn't go the Pirates' way. Pirates have been very good on 3rd down. Peugeot hit as he throws, has the completion into Viking territory. Isaiah Isaac making the spinning catch. Let's give you the replay here as you'll watch this one from behind. And look at Peugeot. Good fake there. He steps up, takes the hit. A little bit behind, but watch Isaac go back to get that football. Isaiah Isaac coming off a quiet week 2 weeks ago. One catch for -1 yard, but they get him involved. Now a quick pitch on the sweep. The reverse working for yardage. We do have flags down. It was Vaughn carrying it inside the 25. But let's see if this is going to be partially coming back, if not all the way. Again, look at the replay, and Vaughn able to get the edge. Not sure I'm seeing, well, there's maybe downfield. A receiver tied up there, and this one's going to go against the Pirates. That looked like a block downfield. I want to say, we'll look at this one more time and see if we can tell. Yeah, getting into it and, yeah, just taking him down. And I think that's where you saw the call. So that'll bring it back to the 34. So it'll be from the spot, and it will be a 1st and 5 after the Vaughn run and the penalty. Boyd in motion, and now flags come in, and it's going to be false start, and the Pirates going to back themselves up another 5 yards. Well, the Pirates, 48 penalties over the first 5 games. Right about middle of the road, 37th in the 3C2A. And penalties, 42nd in penalty yardage. Couple of penalties here. Moving back to the 39 where it's 1st and 10. Dual setbacks for Peugeot. Looking to screen it out. And a short gain, maybe a couple, before a gang of Viking tacklers get there. Looked like Vaughn coming out of the backfield with the reception, but he didn't have much chance on that one. They might give him forward progress for a couple of yards. Thaddeus Dixon, the first to get there for the Vikings. Thaddeus Dixon, an outstanding cover corner for the Vikings. Brett Peabody effusive in his praise of Dixon. Said to his mind, best cornerback he's seen. Wide open down the far side. Catch is made. Flags are down. It's inside the 10. Looked like he went back to Isaiah Isaac. Well, after a quiet week, there's been a more concerted attempt to find Isaac on this first drive. And again, Isaac wide open as Dixon went down and nobody there. And that should have been a big play for the Pirates, but it might be coming back. Let's see what the call is. And we've got an ineligible receiver downfield against the Pirates. And this one's going to hurt as that one takes it back. The Pirates had it inside the 10. Well, we do have offsetting penalties, so let's update the situation. 2 flags down. Ineligible receiver downfield does erase the play, but they saved the yardage as there's a holding call against Long Beach City College as well. So offsetting penalties, and we'll do it over. 2nd down and 8 from the 37. Peugeot with the receivers left and right. Vikings showing blitz. Here they come. Quick throw, nearly picked off on that far side. Dixon went for the interception, and actually Isaac was able to make the catch. So how about Peugeot able to slip it in just short of 1st down yardage. So this will bring up a 3rd down and 2. Look at Isaac making the juggling catch as Dixon had that play well read but did not come up with the football. And now the Pirates have a more manageable 3rd down and 2 from the 31. Big hole. This is going to be a Pirate touchdown. Jesse Valenzuela. And this is a great job up front. Reese Silafau, Matthew Duarte, Julio Ray in the interior of that offensive line for the Pirates. And look at the hole that they open up. Duarte coming off from his center spot. And that is a hole you could drive a truck through. And Valenzuela hits it into the secondary, and he's got another rushing touchdown for Valenzuela. That is his second rushing touchdown of the season. Going to give you a couple of looks at the replay with 9:03 to go in the opening quarter. Well, they haven't changed the scoreboard yet, so let's wait and see on the extra point from Arroyo. But we'll get the replays ready for you. And again, you'll see that very good work on the offensive line for Ventura. That was a massive hole. And I do want to say, as we watch that replay, we're going to try and get it for you, but I mentioned the interior line, Julio Rey, Reese Silifau, Matthew Duarte, but Matthew Cortez, who is a guy who's been really coming on, Steve Mushagian mentioned him specifically as a guy who's been playing really well, earning more playing time on that offensive line, and it was Cortez that was out there, who also had a great block opening up that hole for Valenzuela. Well, it appears the extra point was no good. So the Pirates will trail it by 1, 7-6.
Number 37, Rafael Vargas.
Vargas has it teed up, and we are ready to go. Both teams have scored on their opening drives. Let's return out to the 20, past the 25.
Kickoff returned by number 8,
Darian Wingfield on the return of 27 yards. And the Vikings will go to work from their own 27. I'm going to take one back to the juggling catch by Isaac that set up a 3rd down and 2 as Pichot came up with a great throw, able to get it past Dixon, who had read that play. And then, again, to see the work by Duarte and Cortez, and then a good move from Valenzuela. And once he gets into the secondary, forget about it. You're not going to catch him. And let's give one other update real quick as the Vikings go to work on their first play of this drive. The pass out in the flat, looking for Ridgely. It's too high, 2nd down and 10. The extra point was good. So it is 7-7. And Arroyo now 33 of 35 on extra points. And not too far off that percentage on field goals for Tito Arroyo this season. Trouble on the snap. This one's on the ground. It looks like the Vikings are able to fall on it. Looked like a pretty decent snap to West. Might have just taken his eyes off the ball. Let's give you a quick look at the replay here from behind. And yeah, a little bit up around eye level, but I think that's one that West should come up with. But the Vikings fortunate to be able to fall on it. It's now quickly 3rd down and 10 for Long Beach City. West at the controls, has the snap, 4-man rush, screens it outside, out to about the 35. That's Saeed Galloway coming in. Give you a look at Galloway here, and Galloway able to make a good little move, but he's brought down a couple of yards shy at the 35. That'll bring on the punting unit for the Vikings, so a good stand for the Pirates on this second possession. They get the 3 and out, they'll get the ball back. Midway through the first quarter, happy you've joined us. The opening of conference play here in the SCFA, indeed in the 3C2A. So we'll try to keep you updated on some of the scores, particularly those in the Northern Division, which figures to be exciting this year. Deep and talented division in this national conference. Meanwhile, Jaron Lincoln just able to get that one away. It's a short kick. The Pirates were bringing on the pressure. And a little bit of jawing after the play, but they'll quickly separate it. You should get a look, 7:54 to go in the opening quarter, and the Pirates figure to have very good field position for this second drive. Lincoln under pressure and able to get that one off, but not much yardage on it. In fact, it looks like the Pirates are going to start in Viking territory. They will start at midfield, so that's a 15-yard punt for Lincoln.
Ball will be spotted at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 Pirates.
And that's where Pichot will go to work with Vaughn in the backfield, along with Chuck Wick, who returns. He's been battling injuries, but back in the lineup. Play action. Pichot dropping deep. Now pop flies the near side, just had to throw it away. Second down and 10. Looked like they wanted to set up the screen. Well, the Vikings had it well diagnosed. And that'll bring up second down and 10 for the Pirates, who will send 3 wide receivers to the near side, working it from left to right here in the first quarter. Handoff to Wick, spins out of a tackle, but then he is drilled at the 45. Keeps the legs moving. It's hard to bring Chuck Wick down. He absorbed a big hit after the 5-yard pickup. And a third down and 5 upcoming for Ventura. Wick will remain in the game. The Pirates want to move quickly. Again, up at 49% third down conversions on the season. They screen it out. Wick looking for the first down marker, and he's got it forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's an 8-yard gain.
Jordan Pashot's pass complete to number 21, Chuck Wick, bumped out of bounds by number 5, Jaden Davis. 37-yard line, first and 10 Pirates.
So the 8-yard gain moves the chains. Fresh set of downs for the Vikings. They have it at the Viking 37. Pashot, good pocket, steps up, guns, looking deep, and it's incomplete. Looking for Terrell Vaughn. Let's take one more look at this one. See good protection up front.
Covering on the play for the Vikings, number 23, Trey Edwards.
Trey Edwards back there with Vaughn, able to get a hand in and break that up. Second down and 10 for the Pirates. They go with Wick, off tackle on the left side, slips a tackle. He's down to the 30 where he's tripped up. That's a gain of 7 and a third down and 3. Dixon with the stop. Pirates are already 3 of 3 on third down tonight, and they face a 3rd and 3 here. Call it 3rd and a long 2 from the Viking 29. Again, looking deep, going for Tate, and it's incomplete. Well, that's a gutsy call on 3rd and short. We do have a flag down. This might have been a free play for Pashot. And indeed it was. This is offside against the Vikings. This is a great read by Pashot, as it's Tate working against Edwards. And Pashot knows that he's got the first down, so why not take a shot downfield against Tate? Passion Management, McDonald's Offensive Player of the Week for the Pirates. In the victory over Saddleback, he's had 13 catches over the last 2 weeks. Has Tate, he's turned into a favorite target of Pashot. First down via the penalty. Quick screen. Looking for a block, it's Ashton Arnold. Inside the 20, down inside the 15, but flags are down. Let me correct myself there. I believe that was Devin Gill on the reception, not Arnold. But a holding call will erase that. And let's see if we can see that. I think that was just at the start, maybe right there. And we saw a holding call downfield block earlier in the last drive, and now another one here. So the Pirates hurting themselves with some penalties occurring in the secondary. So they'll mark it from the spot. It'll be 1st and 14. Receivers left and right for the Pirates. Pashot under pressure, able to get away from the first, but not the second wave. He's sacked back at the 40. We do have a late flag coming in as well, and it looked like it was on the hit. You can tell if that was Corey Martin. Yeah, I believe that was Martin coming off the edge. And this is probably going to be a face mask. Well, that's a great job. It was Martin who finished it off. That was actually Bryson Parham Jr. who came on the blitz and initially was able to blow up that play, but it was Parham Jr. that went in a little high, grabbed the face mask of Pashot. So that's going to erase the sack. There you get a good look at it. It's a great job. And Martin came in to finish him off, but it'll be all for naught for the Vikings as the penalty will erase that play. And the Pirates will move deeper into Viking territory. 6:03 to go in the first quarter. A lot of penalties early. This is going to be a 15-yarder. So that'll take it down to the 13-yard line. And that's where the Pirates will have it, 1st and 10. Wick in the backfield with Pachot. They try to throw the quick slant, batted down at the line.
Jordan Pachot's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage by number 21, Bryson Parham.
That was Bryson Parham. That's a great read by Parham. Just looking at Pachot, gets the hands up. That's a terrific job. Knocking that pass down. 2nd down and 10 now for the Pirates. Parham really being forced into action. The Vikings have lost 3 starting linebackers for them this season. Wick on the delayed handoff, able to pick his way forward. He's inside the 10, down to the 7, 6-yard run. Makes it 3rd down and 4 for the Pirates, and the Pirates still perfect on 3rd down tonight. 4 of 4. They'll call that 4 yards for Wick. 3rd and 6 from the 9. See Vaughn along with Sturtevant and Chris Atkins out to the right. As the Pirates face a 3rd and 4. Pachot with the snap. 4-man rush. Good protection. Now has to just throw it away as the pocket started to collapse. That's a great job in the secondary by the Vikings. Nowhere for Pachot to go with the football. And eventually had to get rid of it. It was good protection initially, but nowhere for Pachot to go with that football. And we'll see a field goal attempt for Tito Arroyo. This would be a 26-yarder. Just to finish the point about the Vikings and the injuries and the linebacker core, they normally go with 2 linebackers, but they lost their starting 2, their first linebacker in after that. So the top 3 linebackers on the depth chart all out with season-ending injuries for the Vikings. So that has caused a lot of guys to be pressed into action, and Brett Peabody very clear, said, hey, this is just the hand we've been dealt this year, and we've had some guys who are having to learn on the job. And they're getting better every week. But right now, that linebacking spot is under a lot of pressure. But some big plays there, and you saw Parham come up with a big play on the deflection, able to stall that drive in the red zone, and that has not been easy to do if you're playing Ventura. They are an astounding 21 out of 25 scoring touchdowns in the red zone. And so turning them away and even holding them to a field goal is certainly an accomplishment, and the Vikings were able to do that there. The Pirates, nonetheless, do grab the lead at 10-7 as Arroyo puts it through from 26 yards out. Trinell Ridgely along with DeVille Fata back deep, and DeVille Fata is another interesting story. He's a guy who's been battling injuries, had to miss some time this season, has no catches, but still warranted a prominent mention from Brett Peabody in our conversation this week. It's a good return out near midfield. Trinell Ridgely able to get out to the 48-yard line, so excellent field position for the Vikings. Let's watch this one again from inside the 5. They will spot it at the 47. That's a great job reading the blocks, and finally brought down near midfield. That was Rafael Vargas who handled the kickoff, who eventually brought down Ridgely at the 47. Might have saved a touchdown. Certainly saved quite a few yards by making the tackle. Play action, West on the roll, throws, overshoots his target.
Derek West pass intended for number 87,
TJ Easter was the intended receiver. And West, after a fast start, it's 4 of 7 now, 79 yards in the game. And he had the rushing touchdown on the opening drive that gave the Vikings the lead at the time, 7-0. Pirates have come back with 10 straight. See Billy Joseph standing up on the edge for the Pirates. He missed first couple of weeks of the season, but he has come on and given this Pirate defense a stronger pass rush, along with Angelo Jewell as well. The Vikings looking to run it on second down. Elijah Davis dragged down by Sirocco. A gain of perhaps a couple. Out to the 49. A 3rd and 8 for Long Beach. Talked about their struggles on third down this season. They're 0 of 1 so far tonight, and they face a 3rd and 8 here. The Vikings in the road, red jerseys, working it from right to left. West, blitz coming, rolling out under pressure, and he is brought down. Joe Hernandez eventually wrapped him up, but this is a great job by the entire Pirate front, flushing West out. You see here, that was Callaway who knocked him off balance, and then Hernandez able to wrap him up at the 47. It'll go down as a sack for Joe Hernandez. Give an assist maybe to Callaway on the blitz. And another quick 3 and out. The Pirate defense has responded after the Vikings took it right down the field on the opening drive. It's now back-to-back 3 and outs as the Pirate defense continues to play good football. They have through the first half of this season. Talked about what's gone right for the Pirates. It's a lot in the first 5 games. And first words out of the mouth of Steve Mushagan is we played solid defense. And it starts there. You know you're going to get some big plays. You're going to get some offensive production from the Pirates. They're winning the turnover battle so far this season, coming in at +8 turnover differential over their first 5 games. And then you throw in a very stout defense that has played very good football over the first 5 weeks. And you got the Pirates at 5-0, but starting now, it's going to be tough every week. Starts here with the Vikings tonight.
First down.
Bakersfield at home tonight, taking on College of the Canyons. College of the Canyons also 5-0. There was a penalty against the Pirates on the return that'll take it back to the 11-yard line. So the Pirates will start with very poor field position. But College of the Canyons, one of the top teams here in the SCFA, they're 5-0, coming off an impressive win against Riverside. But they travel to Bakersfield, and the Renegades have come on. They're 4-1 on the season. Their only loss was a loss to undefeated Mount Sac. Alex Tilley in the backfield. He's got a big hole. Out past the 20, tripped up at the 25. That's a run of 14 yards for Alex Tilley. Tilley comes in averaging 6.6 yards a carry, and you continue to see the good work in the interior of that line. Cortez and Duarte, Julio Ray.
14 yards, 1st and 10 Pirates.
Alan Hancock also in action in the north. Tilley on the carry again, runs over one tackler, finally brought down. A late flag comes in, but Tilley with the yardage after contact got to the 34. That's a 9-yard run, but let's see if the Pirates are going to back themselves up. No, the early indication is this is going to go against the Vikings. That's good hard running from Tilley. And it's a tripping call against Long Beach, so tack it on to the end of the 9-yard run by Tilley. 15 yards will take it all the way out to the 49. So the Pirates quickly on the move.
Penalty will move the ball to the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 Pirates.
Peugeot, straight drop, has time, throws and completes. Short gain on the play. A yard as he finds Vaughn.
Jordan Peugeot's pass complete to number 13.
2:33 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. For Vaughn, that's his second catch here tonight. Terrell Vaughn, the leading receiver for the Pirates, coming in. 30 catches, 6 touchdowns over the first 5 games. Second down and 9, Tilley. Little stutter step and now falls forward to the 46.
Ball's carried by number 7, Alex.
Looked like Emmanuel Newell.
Stop made by number 4.
No, Elijah Gallegos. It's Elijah Gallegos on the stop after a 4-yard run by Tilley. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Pirates. Vikings looking for a stop. Peugeot has the snap. Straight drop. And again, batted down at the line. And Parham was there again. Let's see if this was Parham one more time.
Ball is incomplete. The incompletion brings up fourth
Initially,
down.
yeah, Parham able to beat his man and get in the face of Peugeot and knock that one down. It's a great play by Bryson Parham Jr. and a big play on third down as it gets the Viking defense off the field. So good stand by the Vikings. And that'll bring on Garth White. Garth White also a member
Number 33, Garth White.
of the Passion Management McDonald's Players of the Week for the Saddleback game 2 weeks ago. He was the special teams player of the game.
Thaddeus Dixon.
Dixon back to receive this punt as White able to angle it. Looked like that one into the end zone for a touchback. So a 46-yard punt for White, but it'll come out with 1:31 to go. And the Vikings will get going from their 20-yard line, or I should say from the 25. First and 10 from the 25. First down, handoff, and good yardage out near the first down. Galloway eventually stood up by Daquan Benjamin. But watch the good work by the Viking offensive line, opening up a good hole. That was a good hit from Benjamin, a good job by Galloway to hold on. But that was Matt Barcott, Mase Suava, Josh Manuma in the interior of that Long Beach offensive line, and we hope we have the numbers right because the Vikings have been very banged up on that offensive line. I made the brief reference to the fact that they are on their fourth string center this season, but in addition to having trouble in the linebacking core, the offensive line has been riddled by injuries, and they have had to make some adjustments, but that was a great job there. And, to their credit, with all those injuries on the offensive line, it hasn't hurt the production. The Vikings come in at a little over 200 yards a game on the ground. So go figure, as they've been decimated by injuries, but they have continued to run the football well, including here tonight, as Galloway picks up 6 yards, or I should say it was West picking up 6 yards after the first down run by Galloway. So a second down and 4. Galloway running right, cuts it back, breaks a tackle. He's got a first down and more out near midfield. Finally brought down at midfield, 13 yards for Saeed Galloway. That time following Fiti Mo. Off tackle on the right side, but this is a lot about Saeed Galloway. And Saeed Galloway is the power runner in the Thunder and Lightning backfield for the Vikings, but he shows some shifty feet there, and he'll get the call again. Over his right guard, pushes the pile for a gain of 4. Second down and 6.
Stop on the play made by number 50, Kobe Maddox.
Maddox eventually with the tackle for the Pirates, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We're through one. Ventura on top of Long Beach, 10-7. It's Ventura College football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second down and 6 to start the second quarter for the Vikings. Snap to Edwards. Galloway on the handoff, straight up the middle, dragging tacklers inside the 40, down to the 37. 9-yard run for Galloway, and a first down for the Vikings.
Gain of 9 yards, 1st and 10 Long Beach.
So the Vikings doing it largely on the ground on this drive. In fact, entirely on the ground. Galloway this time hit at the line. A gain of a yard. That looked like Jonah Rubidoux in on the stop after a gain of a yard. And we should say that there is change. No, it is Derek West. Okay, I thought we might have had a change at quarterback, but it's Derek West in the game, 2nd down and 9. The football at the Pirate 36-yard line. And West with a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Bryce Jones in the backfield for the first time tonight. West tries to swing it out in the flat to Jones, but the pass is low, incomplete. Perhaps a good thing it was. 3rd down and 9. Callaway quickly on top of that play, and I don't think it was going anywhere. Well, they're going to back him up to 4. They're going to say that Jones caught this football. So Jones able to come up with it, but immediately brought down for a loss of 4 yards on the play. So now it becomes 3rd down and 13. Yeah, see Jones there. And they're going to say he was able to catch that football. Perhaps a bad break for the Vikings. Meanwhile, flags come in. Is this going to be a false start on the Vikings? 3rd down and 13, perhaps 3rd down and 18 coming, and it will be. So moments ago, the Vikings were on the move.
False start penalty against Long Beach. Moves the ball back to the
but now they back themselves up with a couple of penalties, and it becomes 3rd down and 18. West under pressure, looking for a lane. He's at the 45, picks up a block. He's at the 40, and then he is hit hard inside the 40 at the 37. Cam Williams came up to deliver a big hit. Meanwhile, some more fisticuffs after the play. And these teams hyped up. Meanwhile, it was a good job by West, who got very close to 1st down yardage. He looked like he was in all kinds of trouble. That's a terrific block. It looked like Bryce Jones downfield, freeing up West, and he was brought down, looks like about a yard shy of the 1st down.
7-yard gain to the 38-yard line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting the word. Yes, 38 was the original line of scrimmage, so West just gets back to the 38, but it'll bring up 4th and long. And we should see the punting unit for the Vikings. Jaron Lincoln, who struggled on his first punt. We do have a timeout. Long Beach going to take their first charge timeout. 12:20 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Ventura with a 10-7 lead over Long Beach on the VC Sports Network. Vikings will line up to punt. 4th down from the Ventura 38-yard line. Well, actually, I'm not sure this is a punt. That's where you might expect to see a quick kick. Jaron Lincoln is on, but he is up tight at the 46-yard line. They're going to snap it short, and they're going to go for it on a throw. And the pass incomplete, but now a flag comes in. Boy, let's take a look at the replay here as the Vikings go for the fake punt. Let's watch this one here and maybe see if we have this from the other angle as well, Emery. But this is a gutsy call from Brett Peabody. And let's see if, from that angle. But a late flag comes in. and the penalty is against Long Beach. So
Offensive pass interference penalty
the Pirates
against
will
Long Beach. That
decline the penalty and will take over with good field position.
Take over, 1st and 10 from the 38.
Yeah, if anything, that was offensive pass interference. Yeah, exactly. That looked like Cam Williams that had the coverage on Isaiah Watson. So the penalty against Long Beach will be declined, and the Pirates will take over at their own 38-yard line. Peugeot with Miles in the backfield. Miles gets the call, tries to angle to his left, but he's hit at the line and dropped.
Brought down by number 47, Toby Sinders. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
They'll give Miles a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. A warm day has given way to a slightly cooler evening. Here in Ventura, blitz coming on 2nd and short. Miles breaking tackles in the backfield. Now he's into the secondary at the 45 and pushed out of bounds near the 40. That's great second effort from James Miles. Let's watch here as he takes a hit in the backfield. That looked like Emmanuel Newell. But Miles able to shed the tackle, find some daylight into Viking territory. But we do have another flag down. This one working against the Pirates, negating at least some of the very good work by James Miles. Donovan Tagipau had a shot at Miles, but couldn't wrap him up. But the holding call again in the secondary will bring much of that back. It'll still go down as a 9-yard run. But the football will be at the Ventura 47, where it'll be 2nd down and 1. Back to Miles. Miles lowers the shoulder, appears to have enough for the 1st down. Xavier Kosar able to get there. Kosar has done a great job this season manning the inside of that Long Beach defensive line. 2nd leading tackler on the team. And in fact, the front 4 overall for the Vikings has been a real strength. Led by Kosar in the middle. But Miles able to squeeze out a couple of yards, just enough for a 1st down from the 48. 1st down and 10. Peugeot has the snap. They fake to Miles. Quick slant, incomplete.
Jordan Peugeot's pass intended for number 11, Mark Farrell falls in.
Mark Farrell, the intended target, and Farrell, if the name sounds familiar, an all-conference standout in 2019 for the Pirates, but he has been battling some injuries and just now working his way back into the lineup. This is first action here tonight. Can't come up with that pass from Peugeot. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Vikings again come on the blitz. Peugeot steps up, guns the near side through the hands of his intended target, Isaiah Isaac. Isaac, couple of catches so far here tonight, and he'd like to have this one back. Let's watch the throw here from Peugeot. And that's right there. Isaac's probably got another few yards coming to him if he can come down with that football. But through his hands and a 3rd down and 10. Snap to Peugeot. 4-man rush. Peugeot steps up, throws over the middle. Looking for Farrell. Did he make the catch? He did. Appeared to juggle it momentarily, but Farrell able to secure the football for a 1st down. So that's a good job by Farrell. Reaching up for that one. Almost lost it on the way down. Quick play on 1st down. A short run. A gain of a yard. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. Again, it was Miles continuing in the backfield with the carry. We do have a Pirate player down. So let's take a brief injury timeout. 10:15 to go here in the first half. Ventura leading Long Beach 10-7. It's Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network. Second down and 9 for the Pirates. From the 36, high snap, but Pachot's got it. Rainbows the far side toward the end zone. Touch! Incomplete! Wow. Well, let's watch that one more time, because not only was that hard to tell if you can come down with the football, but how about the fact that even the call, it looked like the officials couldn't even decide. Let's watch this one more time. Looking for Farrell. And Farrell's got that football, but hard to tell. And then he's into the end zone. And the call was even, I'm not even sure that the officials could tell. Meanwhile, yet another penalty will make it second down and 14, so it might have been all for naught anyway. Let's give you one more look at it here. This is a terrific effort by Farrell, and so hard to tell. They are going to look for Farrell again. He is getting a lot of work on this drive. He takes a big hit at the 34, does make the catch. A gain of 7 will bring up a third down and 7. So Farrell with another catch on this drive. He's got a couple. A lot of targets. Again, Mark Farrell, 2019 All-Conference for this Pirate squad. So yet another weapon in an almost ridiculously deep wide receiver pool for the Pirates. They'll spot it at the 33 where it'll be 3rd and 6. They send Vaughn in motion. Pachot, quick throw over the middle. Farrell's got it, first down inside of 20. Spins out of a tackle. He's still on his feet at the 10. 5, slips another tackle. It's a touchdown for the Pirates. Well, that is well-designed, well-executed, and a kind of athleticism that you cannot coach or teach. How about that? Spins out of a double hit and then able to just ward off one more tackle. And Farrell with the touchdown, 33 yards. On the touchdown reception. 17 unanswered for the Pirates, 9:12 to go here in the first half, and Ventura now leading it 17-7 over Long Beach. For Jordan Pachot, it's his 14th touchdown pass of the season as he finds Farrell, who does the rest. Kick angled toward the far side and out of bounds, so the Vikings are going to come away with good field position for this drive, and they need an answer. After the fast start, going 78 yards on the opening drive, leading to the Derek West touchdown run. Things looked good early, but the Pirate defense has stood up, and they have been excellent since then. And the offense has taken over 3 scoring drives, and now the Pirates lead at 17-7. Well, it's an oddity here. Well, I thought it went out of bounds, but now I'm getting the word that that ball stayed in bounds, and the Vikings will start from the 11. Well, there's another break for the Pirates, and we will see a new quarterback for Long Beach. This should be Kingston Holla, who makes his first appearance since week 2, completes his first pass for a gain of about a yard. Trinell Ridgely with the reception. The 1-yard gain will make it second down and 9. And Kingston Holla.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
The word on Kingston Holla, good arm. Again, he's missed a couple of weeks, but came back long enough to throw one pass, and now it looks like it'll be Hala on the keeper, and he is hitting the backfield. Sirocco with a big hit. And hard to say. Yeah, this is a read option, and it was Hala on the keeper who was cut down after getting back to the line and no more. 3rd down and 6 from the 16. High snap over the head of Hala, back near the end zone. It squirts away. The Pirates are going to fall on it. This is going to be a Pirate touchdown. Trying to get a look at who fell on it. Hala had a chance at it. I'm going to give you a couple looks at this one. Got another angle. Henderson able to eventually fall on it. Hala tries to come up with it there, but it just squirts away, and it was Henderson on the spot. Quick Pirate touchdown. They now lead it 23-7. And for the Pirates, they continue to make big plays in special teams and on defense. Where my unofficial number, I believe that is the 8th touchdown either on defense or special teams this season. 7 or 8. I have to double check that number. But that is a big strength for the Pirates. They have been incredibly opportunistic on special teams and on defense. And there they take full advantage after the bad snap over the head of Hala. And this is just no chance here. We've seen West already in this game have to go high on a couple of snaps working from the shotgun. And that one was over the head of Hala, who couldn't find the handle at the goal line. And the Pirates with a quick 6. And now the lead is 17 at 24-7. This is a big-time answer for the Pirates. Again, they could have been a little back on their heels after the way the Vikings went down the field to start the game, after the Pirates won the toss and deferred. And instead, they have responded. First with a scoring drive of their own, but then the defense has been very good. And there they take full advantage on the errant snap. And they now lead it 24-7. Kick away taken at the 10. Out to the 25. And hit and drop there, and that ball might have come out. The Pirates are saying they have it. They were trying to strip it out on the return. They will unpile and see what the story is. Well, they are still trying to unpile, and let's watch the replay here. And, yeah, that ball definitely came out. Just a question of whether or not the Pirates were able to get it. Well, I've talked about turnovers being a key for Ventura at +8. They have, unfortunately for Viking fans, also been a key, as they are -3 turnover differential, and with a couple here now back-to-back. Yeah, I believe it was DeVille Fata on the return. And he was stood up around the 28, and then watch the Pirates just continue to work and dig that football out. So now the Vikings, with the 2 turnovers here back-to-back, are -5 turnover differential on the season, and that has been a killer. I mean, this is a team that's 2-3, but that record could definitely be different. Some odd numbers. The turnovers have been a problem, but also opponents at one point hit 7 straight 4th down conversions against them this season, including Mesa going 4 for 4 on 4th down in an 11-point win earlier this season at Long Beach. And one of those 4th down conversions was a 4th and 21 that went for a touchdown. So to say that the Vikings are close to having a different record than 2-3 is an understatement, but they have unfortunately been on the wrong side of big plays. And that's something that moving forward in their season, you have to hope, if you're a Viking fan, if you're Brett Peabody and his coaching staff, that this team can start to come together and erase some of those big plays that are going against them. See if they can get something going the other way, because they have the talent, obviously, as they always do, to be a player at the top of the National Conference. Meanwhile, another flag. So flags everywhere in this first half, 7:50 to go, and this is going to be, I think, looking like the ignominy of back-to-back penalties on the offense for the Pirates. They're going to back themselves up again, all the way back to the 40. So it's 1st and 20 for the Pirates, who now have 8 penalties in this first half for 63 yards. Peugeot stepping up, has time, looking deep on the far side, and the pass incomplete.
Peugeot's pass goes out of bounds, incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 20.
He was looking for Chris Atkins, but the coverage was excellent. And I believe that was Dijon Van Hook on the far side. And no chance for Peugeot to squeeze that one in. 2nd down and 20. That's a little different look for Jordan Peugeot, who's 9 of 19 tonight. But he's taken more shots downfield. 2nd down run. This is another big run for the Pirates and another touchdown for the Pirates. That was Julian Kelly on the carry. And let's give you the replay here. And this is a great job on the left side of that offensive line as Kelly able to get the corner. And if my memory is right, that's Julian Kelly's first carry tonight. And it goes for a touchdown. And again, the left side of that offensive line, that's Caleb Barajas, the left tackle. Extra point, up and good, and now the Pirates are pouring it on, leading 31-7. One more look. You know, when we talked to Viking coach Brett Peabody, talking about this matchup, and he said the one thing we have to do tonight, if we want to be in this game and really challenge the Pirates, we have to be able to stop the run. And unfortunately for Viking fans, safe to say that has not been the case here in the first half. The Pirates now with 169 yards rushing on just 15 attempts, up over 11 yards a carry as a team. Kelly with a long touchdown run, Valenzuela with a long touchdown run earlier. And now it's 31 unanswered for the Pirates as Kelly comes on with a 40-yard touchdown run. Meanwhile, another good return for the Vikings out to the 35. DeVille Fata. They'll give him the 36-yard line. 32-yard return for Fata. And the Vikings, well, moments ago, we were talking about a 10-7 game. Vikings had the football. But the Pirates able to stop the Viking drive, get it back, drive for a touchdown, then the defensive touchdown. A touchdown, I should say a fumble on the ensuing kickoff. And Kelly goes to work on the third play of the drive with a 40-yard touchdown run, and just like that. This is somewhat similar to the Chafee game. Meanwhile, West going to take a shot downfield. The pass incomplete. Check that. I believe it's Holla still in the game. It is. So Kingston Holla looking deep, but great coverage by Danye Dixon. As he was looking for Danye Del Cambre. So a 2nd down and 10. Going back to the Chafee game a few weeks ago, and that was a one-sided win for the Pirates. But late in that game, the score was 36-0. Another high throw from Holla looking for Leitz. Incomplete. There is a flag down in the secondary. Watch the replay there. Again, wanted Leitz on the skinny post. It's a holding call against Ventura, so this will be an automatic first down for Long Beach. And the 9th penalty of this first half for the Pirates. And in the first half where the Pirates have been outstanding. That is one area that they can certainly take a look at, and they will, because 9 penalties, and we still have 7 minutes plus remaining here in the first half.
Penalty moves the ball to the 46-yard.
They'll spot at the 46, but the Pirates had a quick strike and put up 24 quick points late against Chaffee to really pour it on and ended up winning that one 60-0. But, midway through the fourth quarter in that game, Pirates had 36 on the board. But they can obviously strike quickly on offense, but they're so opportunistic defensively and on special teams. They're able to put some points on the board quickly in any phase of the game. The pass incomplete, 2nd down and 10 for Hala and the Viking offense. Straight drop. Hala guns it over the middle, off the hands of Leitz and incomplete. And Leitz, another returner from the 2019 team for Long Beach. He was all conference with 34 receptions and 7 touchdowns in the 2019 campaign. The 34 receptions was 2nd on the team. And he takes over as option number 1 here in 2021. Leading receiver coming in, but couldn't come up with that one. 3rd down and 10. Snap to Hala. 4-man rush. Steps up, fires over the middle. Leitz with the over-the-shoulder catch. Inside the 35, cut down short of the 30. Cale Jackson came up to make the stop. There is a flag down on the play. It was a good throw by Hala and a good job by Leitz. Beating the coverage of Cam Williams. So that takes it to the Pirate 33.
Is a holding penalty against the Pirates. That would be
so the holding call again against the Pirates. They will decline that penalty and take the play. So the Leitz catch takes it to the 33 where it'll be 1st and 10. Again, Galloway in the backfield with Kingston Hala at the controls. Hala looking right, nowhere to go. Now back to his left, fires it down and incomplete.
Kingston Hall is pass intended for number 87.
Good coverage by the Pirates, and not much Hala could do. Eventually, he went for T.J. Easter, who was well covered, in a 2nd and 10. Coming up for Long Beach with 6:33 to go. Well, this is a bit of a shocker. Well, the Pirates have come out caution flammable here in this first half. Hala over the middle, and again, too high. Looking for Trinell Ridgely.
Incompletion will bring up 3rd and 10.
So a 3rd down and 10. For the Vikings from the Pirate 33. Again, 4-man rush for the Pirates. Good pocket for Hala. Deep over the middle in the pass. Incomplete. 3 Pirates in the area. Again, the coverage excellent. Looking for Tyon Harvey. And a 4th down and 10. Now for the Vikings, this near the area of the field where we saw them go for it on, I believe, about a 4th and 8 earlier in this first half, and they will, this time, not even elect to get overly tricky. They're just going to line up to go for it. On 4th and 10, Long Beach on the season, 3 of 12 coming in on 4th down. They did convert one earlier, 1 of 2 here tonight. Hala under pressure, wrapped up, going to be sacked back at the 35. Jonah Rubidoux getting there first as Hala tried to slip through. And Rubidoux coming to Ventura from Colorado. Interesting fact about Jonah Rubidoux. Outstanding wrestler. In fact, Steve Mushagian told me he was an outstanding heavyweight wrestler. And as a defensive tackle, I don't think he needed to tell me that it was at heavyweight, but Jonah Rubidoux, an outstanding wrestler, and you can only imagine that that serves him very well in his technique on the inside of that defensive line from his defensive tackle spot, and he is constantly able to get himself free and make plays, as he does there, eventually wrapping up Holla. Kelly on the carry out to the 36. Should say out to the 41. That's a 6-yard run for Julian Kelly as we wind under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. The Pirates have taken control. They'll fake to Kelly. Good running room for Peugeot into Viking territory at the 48-yard line. Tanner Nelson eventually with the stop on Peugeot, but not before he picks up a first down. And Ventura now has it in Viking territory at the 48, looking to add to their 31-7 lead. They'll stack receivers left and right. Peugeot, a little trouble on the snap now. Rainbows the far side, incomplete.
Jordan Peugeot's pass intended for number 2.
Looking for Kevin Tate. Quiet first half for Kevin Tate, who's been one of the go-to targets the last couple of weeks for Peugeot in the victories over Saddleback and Chafee. 2nd down and 10 for the Pirates from the Viking 48. Vikings showing blitz. Here they come. Kelly with the carry. Straight up the middle for a pickup of a couple. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Ventura. 6 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. Over 50% 3rd down conversions now for the season. Again, the Vikings crowd the line as Peugeot, plenty of time on the play clock. We'll look to the far side. Play clock at 16. Again, receivers left and right for this 3rd and 8 play. Another blitz coming. Quick pitch outside for Kelly, who's hit at the line and dragged down. A gain of a yard on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tanner Nelson coming up from his safety spot, and he read that play well and wrapped up Julian Kelly. Easier said than done. Give Kelly credit for a yard, but a 4th and 9 will bring on Garth White and the punting unit. Saw White try to angle one earlier in this first half from almost exactly this spot. That was a 46-yard punt. He'll no doubt look to angle this one again on the far side. Inside the 5, and it hops into the end zone. So again, White a little too strong. 47 yards on the punt. It'll come out to the 25. And that's where the Vikings will go to work, 1st and 10. Big plays once again for the Pirates in this first half. Valenzuela, 31-yard touchdown run. Kelly, a 40-yard touchdown run. The sensational play by Mark Farrell. And then a big play on defense to boot, as the Pirates fall on the fumbled snap at the goal line for another touchdown. 3:44 remaining here in the first half, and the Vikings just trying to make it to halftime. Again, what started out so well has turned into a nightmare for the Vikings in this first half. Good running room again on the left side. Out near 1st down yardage. Another flag down. So again, it's a good job on the left side of that line for Long Beach, Aluma and Kelly, Mase Suava. But this penalty is going to go against Long Beach and erase the play. And they'll back it up from the 25. So come back to the 15 where it'll be 1st and 20. Actually, this is going to be a little bit inside. Okay, they'll back it up to the 10 where it'll be 1st and 20.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20.
First and 20, and the Vikings will keep it on the ground with the counter. Out to the 14. Elijah Davis on the carry. Well, to my recollection, now look at the stats, we have not seen Rodney Clemente, who is the leading rusher for the Vikings on the season. And we did have word that Elijah Davis was going to get the start here tonight. And we've seen Saeed Galloway as well. But no word that we weren't going to see Clemente. But he comes in averaging 6.9 yards a carry. He's also tied for the team lead with 13 receptions. And thus far tonight, the Vikings have not had his services. Timeout on the field, 3:15 remaining here in the first half. Ventura leading at 31-7. Second down and 16 from the 14-yard line for the Vikings. Low snap. More trouble again. But West able to come up with it. Now gets the edge and turns this into positive yardage out near the first down marker. So Derek West back on. And you see the speed of Derek West. Talked about the 8 rushing touchdowns in 2019 as the starter. Splitting time so far this season, he still has 137 yards rushing coming in. That goes to the 28, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Second effort for the Vikings, and Elijah Davison appears to have enough for the first down. This is a great effort by Davis, who's hit initially behind the line, but look at him drag the pile and get out to the 31 and get the Vikings a badly needed first down. Snap to West. Under pressure. West stepping up. Brought down. Another sack for the Pirate defense. Joe Hernandez getting there again. That's at least 1.5 sacks for Joe Hernandez in this first half. And the Pirates came in as a team with 10 sacks over the first 5 games, but they have been able to get into the backfield and disrupt this Viking passing game. Consistent pressure so far tonight and a couple of sacks to go with it. Another timeout taken, 2nd down and 14 with 2:08 remaining here in the first half. Pirates now down to 1 timeout. Vikings still with 2. Now, this is somewhat of a microcosm of the season for Long Beach. Big plays have hurt them, and a couple of turnovers at inopportune moments have really allowed this one to get away from the Vikings. And you can't make too many mistakes against a team like the Pirates. You can ill afford to make any. West again under pressure, hit and drop. The ball comes out late. Pirates fall on it. Let's see if they're going to say that the ground caused the fumble. And again, look at the push from the front 4. All kinds of trouble. Then it looked like Navarro got up there, and yeah, I think the West was down, and then that ball came out. Pirates claiming they have it, but official right there, and a good call. I think as we look at that one, still goes down as a sack. 3rd down and 17 now for Long Beach. 1:25 as the clock continues to move. West with a deep drop. Under pressure, rolling away, hit as he throws, and the pass broken up. Looking for Leitz. And it looked like, to me, Derek West took a hit as he released this football. Under pressure again. That looked like Jewell bringing some pressure and then coming up. That was a big hit from C.J. Hogden. No flags on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Pirates will get it back with 1:18 to go in the first half. Well, we've seen the Pirates in almost all of their games this season here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And boy, outside of this first drive for the Vikings, this Pirate defense has been stifling, and this is some of the best defense they've played all season. Consistent pressure on West, fair catch made by Vaughn at the 41. That's a 35-yard punt with no return. Forced a couple of turnovers. One of those did come on special teams, but they have really shut down this Viking offense after that opening drive. Well, let's see what Steve Mushagian wants to do here with 1:11 remaining. Pirates with just one timeout, but that's still plenty of time. They start with good field position at their own 41. Talked about the pressure they've been able to get on Derek West, Kingston Holla, in the Viking backfield. Now it's Peugeot in trouble, able to shed a tackle, still on his feet as he rolls right. Finally runs out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. It's back at the 39. So it's a loss of a couple. But I started to make the point that the Vikings have been very good over the first half of the season, pressuring the quarterback themselves with 18 sacks as a team. And the Pirates had only allowed 4 sacks. And so far, they've done a pretty good job protecting Peugeot, but on that play, the Vikings were able to get in, get some pressure, force him out of the pocket for a loss of a couple. Again, good coverage downfield as Peugeot starts to roll. Now he's going to run out near midfield, near the first down marker as he heads out of bounds. They're going to spot it at the 50. Gain of 11 on 2nd and 12, and it's 3rd and 1 now for the Pirates. They'll stop the clock with 52 seconds remaining. Quick snap. Kelly on the carry. Hit but falls forward. Good yardage after contact for Kelly, who was able to pick up an additional 3 yards after he was hit. It's an 8-yard run and a first down. Again, the Pirates want to move quickly. Flags down. Peugeot throws over the middle. Completes to Farrell again. Farrell at the 25. Makes a move. He's at the 20. Picks up a block. Hit at the 15 and brought down at the 14. 28 yards. And the elusiveness of Mark Farrell continues to be a story. And Peugeot steps up, delivers to Farrell. Good pass, and there you see the move by Farrell, picks up a block. It looked like from Terrell Vaughn. Back to live action, quick slant and a short gain inside the 10 to the 9.
Jordan Peugeot's pass complete to number 25.
Sebastian Macaluso making that catch. That's his first catch of the night. A 5-yard gain down to 14 seconds remaining as a timeout taken. The Pirates going to take their final timeout of this first half. Should mention Macaluso, part of that deep, deep wide receiver core for Ventura. Macaluso, a transfer from Utah. So many options for Peugeot, and he does such a good job of spreading the ball around. Peugeot now 11 of 22 for 133 yards with a touchdown here in the first half, and the Pirates knocking at the door. Talked about how good they've been in the red zone all season. Coming into tonight, 24 scores in 25 trips into the red zone on the season, including 21 touchdowns. They have just 14 seconds remaining here in the first half with no timeouts. Snap to Peugeot. Trouble with the snap, but he comes up with it. On a designed roll, Throws on the far side, and the catch is made back to Macaluso inside the 5.
Flag and the pass was ruled incomplete.
A late flag comes in. They are going to say that Macaluso not able to get the feet down, so the pass incomplete. And the clock now shows 1 second. That was a quick 13 seconds. That was kind of a slow developing play, but I'm surprised that that takes it all the way down to 1 second. There you see, that's good play by Peugeot to come up with that football. Could have been trouble on the snap, and that would have been absolute disaster. If Peugeot has to fall on that football, that's the end of the first half. And the Pirates lose out on the scoring opportunity at all. So with 1 second remaining, not much of a decision here for Steve Mushagian. He's going to send out Tito Arroyo to attempt another short field goal. This will be a 26-yarder. Arroyo, 7 of 7 on the season. 2019 All-American. And he has been outstanding. Not just in 2019, but right on into 2021, where he's still perfect.
7 seconds remaining on the clock.
Okay, so we're getting the word there's some trouble with the scoreboard here at the VC Sportsplex, some lighting issues, and there's actually 7 seconds remaining. It looks like a 1, but they have lost some of the lighting on the scoreboard. So 7 seconds, but either way, Steve Mushagian going to not risk running another play. Instead, he's going to send out Arroyo, and that one's blocked at the line. So Arroyo misfires for the first time this season on the short field goal. Still working on a battery issue on our second camera, so one angle from this, but you can see from that angle, good penetration, and the Vikings able to get a hand up and block that kick. So the Pirates with a rare foray into the red zone where they come up empty. Between their ability to run the football and execute offensively in the red zone and Arroyo being, well, frankly, perfect so far on the season, the Pirates have been 96% scoring in the red zone, but maybe one of the only things to go wrong in this first half for Ventura as they lead at 31-7 is that Arroyo has that field goal attempt blocked. So 3 seconds, time for one play for the Vikings as they'll send out West from their own 20. And they'll keep it on the ground with Galloway. Little hesitation now, finds a little lane out past the 30 to the 32. And that will do it for the first half. Halftime from the VC Sportsplex. Ventura leading Long Beach 31-7. It's Ventura College Football on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. leading the Vikings 31-7 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. First weekend of conference play here in the SCFA in the Northern Division of the National Conference. And let's update you on the other two games of import in that Northern Division. Well, first let's take a look back at a couple of plays here from the first half. And so the Pirates take a 31-7 lead. Here is the sensational individual effort of Mark Farrell as he is hit, maintains his footing, and then wins the race to the goal line. And that, in a first half full of highlights for the Pirates, might be the one to watch moving forward. That is an incredible play from Mark Farrell. The Pirates with 31 unanswered after the Vikings scored on the opening drive, and they lead it 31-7. Across the bottom, of course, a reminder of the Passion Management McDonald's Players of the Week for the game against Saddleback 2 weeks ago, and its offensive wide receiver Kevin Tate, on defense Travis Calloway and Adrian Sirocco, and on special teams punter Garth White. Passion Management McDonald's doing Players of the Week for each week's games for Ventura, and we'll keep you abreast of the winners of the Players of the Week from Passion Management McDonald's. Elsewhere in the Northern Division, Allen Hancock a winner earlier today at East Los Angeles. Allen Hancock the winner, 31-23. The other game in the Northern Division as we are underway, the Pirates, after winning the toss, deferred, so they'll get the ball first. Brasker on the return out to the 32, and that's where Ventura will get started here in the third quarter, leading it 31-7. The other game in the Northern Division, that taking place at Bakersfield. College of the Canyons undefeated so far this season with a 28-14 lead at Bakersfield. Obviously, I made the point, and I think the Northern Division, a lot of strength from top to bottom. But it is hard not to look ahead a couple of weeks into the future when Ventura will travel to College of the Canyons. Possibly both those teams could be undefeated at that point in the season. First down carry, flags are down. Derek West getting the carry. He has enough for the first down, but let's see if it's yet another penalty on the Pirates. As we have our camera back, and it's running a little too fast. The players are not that fast, I will tell you. They are very fast. But probably not quite that fast. In any event, it was an 11-yard run for West, but another flag against Ventura, and penalties continue to be a real concern. The Pirates with some breathing room tonight, but how often can you continue to set yourself back? And the Pirates now approaching double digits. Let's see if they're already there with this penalty, but it's a big number. Yeah, this is the 10th penalty of the game for Ventura, and it's going to back them up. So the 15-yard penalty from the spot will make it 1st and 26 for the Pirates. 10 penalties, up over 80 yards in penalties for the Pirates tonight. And in a first half where really next to nothing has gone wrong. That is one area. And then if you're a Pirate fan, you got to be a little bit concerned about. Pichot with a quick screen on the far side, and a gain of about 4. Another flag comes in, this one coming in late. And these teams continue to kind of jaw and get in each other's faces a little bit after the plays. And I'm a little surprised we haven't really seen a personal foul yet. This one's going to go against Long Beach, but they've been able to separate players pretty quickly and keep things relatively under control. But tempers are a little hot down there, and they really have been from the outset. This is a long-time rivalry between these two teams, and it's only heated up in recent years as both these teams have been competing near the top of the SCFA. It's a 15-yard penalty. The personal foul is going to move it out to the 35.
We have a personal foul penalty against Long Beach for roughing the passer.
It's a roughing the passer call.
Foul penalty against Long Beach at the end of the play.
Well, is this? They're marking off more penalties here, so I don't know what's going on. They're taking this all the way out to midfield. Is this 2 15-yard penalties being assessed?
The penalties move the ball out.
Yeah, that's okay. So we had roughing the passer on the play, and then personal foul after the play. So the Vikings doing their best to keep up with the Pirates in the penalty game, get 30 yards with 2 penalties on one play. Meanwhile, a first down carry and a gain of a couple. Look like West on the carry.
20, Derek West stop on the play made by number 31,
Corey Martin able to bring down West after a gain of a yard. It's a 2nd down and 9. West will remain in the game. Tate and Brasker to the right for the Pirates. Working from left to right here in the 3rd quarter. They have it 2nd down and 9 from the Viking 49. Peugeot, quick throw, completes to Brasker at the 45. He's upended. After a gain of about 5. J.D. Davis with the stop.
Zachary Georges.
And actually, I want to correct that. I believe that was Brasker, but it was Georges with the reception. Apologies. Number 18, Georges with the reception. So a 3rd down. West tries to cut it back, runs into Martin, does manage to drag him for a couple of yards to bring up a 4th and 2 from the Viking 42. And will we see? So far, we do not see Garth White. And it looks like the Pirates, who this season came into tonight 7 of 10 on 4th down. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Quick snap, Peugeot on the keeper. Looking for a lane, circles to his right. He's got the 1st down. Out of bounds at the 36. That's a great job by Peugeot. A lot of patience on that run because initially it looked like he really had nowhere to go. But watch him pick up the block from Jacob Lemus. Find a little lane.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
5-yard run. Gives the Pirates a 1st down at the Viking 37. So the drive continues. This one started back at the 26. Almost lost track after all the back and forth of the penalties early in the drive, but I believe it was the 26 is where it started. West sweeping to the far side. He's at the 35, stiff arms a man. Inside the 30. Good hard running from Derek West down to the 28. 9-yard run brings up a 2nd down and 1. Let's give you a look at the replay here. Well, not going to get it. Well, we're going to get the tail end there, but you see West getting the corner on the 9-yard run. And now we bring you back live on 2nd and 1. Peugeot, under pressure, throws on the right side and completes, finding Tate down at the 20-yard line. Gain of 8. Moves the chains again, another 1st down. Now the ball resting at the Viking 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Brady Sturdivant coming in on the left side with Vaughn and Isaiah Isaac. Tate solo to the right. But they keep it on the ground with West. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. 5 leaps into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Well, West had a sensational touchdown reception in the victory over Saddleback. Terrific individual effort here. What a job on the right side of that offensive line, but watch West elevate from the 4. That guy's got a future family to think about, putting his body in harm's way from the 4. But West wanted the end zone, and he got it. Arroyo puts the extra point through. The Pirates take the opening kick here in the 3rd quarter. They go 74 yards, finishing with the Derek West touchdown. 11:31 to go in the 3rd. The Pirates pouring it on. They lead at 38-7 here on the VC Sports Network. 38-7, the Pirates with the lead. Kickoff taken by DeVille Fata inside the 15, or I should say out past the 15 to the 18. Just a 15-yard return.
Stop on the return made by number 53, Antoine Davenport.
Davenport with the stop for the Pirates. And the Vikings will start with relatively poor field position at their own 18-yard line, and there has just not been much in the way of highlights for Long Beach after the very early going. This one got one-sided in a hurry. And they will come on with Derek West at the controls. Saeed Galloway will start in the backfield for the Vikings, who have it 1st and 10 from their 18. Did get the word Rodney Clemente. He was banged up during the week, so he was a game-time decision, but it looks like not going to be available. Completion on 1st down, Jeff Trepanier Jr. with the reception. Let's take you back to maybe one of the few highlights for the Vikings tonight, and that's the touchdown run by West capping off the opening drive. And since then, the Pirates have really turned it on. The completion to Trepanier was for 6 yards. It's now 2nd and 4 from the 24. Interesting about Jeff Trepanier Jr., his father, Jeff Trepanier Sr., brief time in the NBA. So we have a couple of players with a basketball background for the Pirates, most notably Cam Harvey, son of Antonio Harvey, former Laker, but Jeff Trepanier Jr. From that NBA bloodline with Jeff Trepanier Sr. having a run in the NBA. Meanwhile, West able to keep it himself and find a lane out past the 30. It's a 1st down for the Vikings. He ends up at the 36, where it'll be 1st and 10. Fake to Galloway, and now West pop flies the near side, but it's incomplete. Looking for
number 8, Jalen Morgan, falls incomplete. The incompletion will bring up
that pass was intended for Jalen Morgan. And Morgan had gotten himself perhaps about a half a step or a step, but West could not drop it in. 2nd down and 10. One of the rare times that West has had the kind of time to really even think about throwing the ball downfield. The Pirates have done a great job up front of continually pressuring Derek West. Again, they fake, find Morgan. Morgan looking for a block. He's at the 40 before he absorbs a big hit. Right at the 40 for a gain of 4. And that was Ralph Navarro coming in and finishing off Morgan after a 4-yard run. Navarro, a returning starter from the 2019 team here at Ventura, and a leader on this defense. It's a stark contrast between these two teams when you think about injuries being a factor. And the Pirates, knock on wood for Pirate fans, they've battled some injuries and have had some guys unavailable. But for the most part, the Pirates have been pretty good with injuries and haven't lost too many players at one position that really has put them in a bad spot. West with trouble on the snap. The ball's still free. It's still on the ground. Now the Vikings pick it up. I believe it's West who came back to get it. West still on his feet on the near side, tiptoeing the sideline. He's going to be all the way out to the 45. What a crazy play. Keep an eye on this one because West initially has trouble. It pops free. Galloway's got a shot. And then look here, it's West who comes out with the ball. So that's a great job by Derek West to stay in the play and keep after that one. Eventually he finds the football and turns it into positive yardage out to the 45. And on a 4th and 1, the Vikings are going to send out Jaron Lincoln and the punting unit. So Brett Peabody not going to take that kind of chance here early in the 3rd quarter. We already saw a fake punt earlier.
Number 16, Jaron Lincoln.
But they'll send out Lincoln, and Lincoln will put this one away. And instead the Vikings will just look to play field position down 31. A little trouble handling that one, but fair catch made at the 18. Julian Kelly back to receive that kick. But let's watch again here on 3rd down. The crazy play as West stays after this one and is able to even slip a couple of tackles. Almost got all the way back for the 1st down. But the Pirate defense holds, and the offense will come back on, leading this one 38-7.
18-yard line, 1st and 10, Pirates.
And the Pirates well over 200 yards on the ground already in this one. They're averaging about 188 yards per game coming in, and they're going to improve on that number. But the story tonight has been that offensive line and these running backs and the way they have been able to control the football on the ground. Completion to Atkins out to the 20. Finally, the whistle's coming in. A late flag comes in. And this is going to be a penalty against Long Beach. They had Atkins wrapped up, and I thought as I'm listening here, and you can hear down on the field, that the whistle was a little late, but the body slam here came clearly after the whistle, and that's what's going to draw the flag every time as Edwards eventually just able to sort of throw Atkins over his shoulder to finally get him down. But, you know, part of that you feel a little bit for Trey Edwards because he had Atkins pretty well wrapped up and his momentum stopped for a good beat. And there was no whistle. And then as he started to sort of hoist Atkins up to eventually throw him down, the whistle came in and he finishes and he picks up the penalty. So I don't think it was a bad call, but it came in a little bit late. Now flags down in the backfield, but Valenzuela is loose again. Deep into the Vikings secondary. Now the football comes out late. It looks like the Vikings have recovered back inside their own 10-yard line at the 6. So strange plays continue as we approach Halloween here from Ventura. But we see flags in the backfield as Valenzuela. Watch a little hesitation there, and then he finds a lane. But let's sort out what's going to happen here because Valenzuela, see the flag coming in there, rips off about a 50-yard run, but then he's going to cough up the ball. That's a great job by the Viking defense getting back and ripping that one out. So it'll go down as a lengthy run for Valenzuela. That was a good 50 yards, but it ends with a fumble, and the Vikings will get the ball back. So I suppose if you're a Pirate fan, you can look at this one as at least you completely flip the field. And the Vikings are going to have to start from deep in their own territory. But you do turn it over. That's the first turnover tonight for the Pirates as Valenzuela coughs it up after the long run. Let's wait for the stats to update here, but that was a good 40 or 50 yards for Valenzuela. So we'll see what that ends up going down as for Valenzuela. Interestingly, that was only his second carry tonight. The other one was a 31-yard touchdown run. So talk about a good rushing average for a game. Jesse Valenzuela, Galloway with a first down carry out to the 13.
Brought down by number 9, Billy Joseph.
Billy Joseph with the stop. It's an 8-yard run for Galloway.
8 yards, second and 2.
Meanwhile, bring it back to live action.
We have a penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, let's give you a look at the replay here as they go deep, looking for Leitz. And Leitz, good job managing to at least play a little bit of defense and keep the interception from happening. So it would be second down and 2, but there was a flag on the play against Long Beach. So how about the stat line for Jesse Valenzuela tonight? 2 carries for 91 yards after the 60-yard run. He does have a touchdown, but he did have the fumble on the last carry as well. But how do you keep a guy who has 2 carries for 91 yards from getting the football more? And I'm sure we'll see more of Valenzuela. West with all kinds of time over the middle in the pass, broken up. Looking for Trepanier Jr.
Derek West pass intended for number 65, Matthew Duarte, falls incomplete. Covering on the play, number 1, Danye Dixon. Trying to squeeze it in here. Dixon had the coverage. It was very good. Now it's 3rd down and 7 from the Viking 7-yard line. For Andre Gambiti. Brings up 3rd and 7. 7:56 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings facing a 3rd and long. 4-man rush for the Pirates. West screens it out on the far side, past the 10, near the 13. That's a couple of yards shy of the first down. So Galloway able to pick up about 6 yards. And a 4th down upcoming for the Vikings. Williams eventually with the stop. And the Pirates with another good defensive effort. They get the quick turnover to get it back as they force the punt after the Valenzuela fumble.
Deep to receive, number 13, Terrell Vaughn.
Lincoln back in punt formation. Has the snap, good pressure, and Lincoln just gets it away. End over end kick, and it takes a Viking bounce out toward midfield. They will spot it at the Long Beach 48-yard line. That's a 35-yard punt for Lincoln. So the the Pirates will take over. Very good field position with 7:04 remaining in the third quarter. The Pirates now 300 net yards rushing in the game on 29 carries. And even by Brett Peabody's own assessment of this game, that was going to be a key stat. And the Pirates have been outstanding running the football here tonight, and it has allowed really everything else to work. Meanwhile, more contact late as it was Wick on the carry. And I got to tell you, as Wick is brought down, allowing the runner to get the forward momentum as much as possible is one thing, but some of these whistles are coming in late, and these teams don't need a lot of excuse to keep going right to the final whistle and maybe even after it. And it's getting a little chippy out there, and I don't think the late whistles are really helping. 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard run by Wick. Peugeot takes a shot deep, has Adkins! Adkins in for the touchdown!
Touchdown, Pirates. Jordan Peugeot's pass complete to number 4, Chris.
Well, Adkins got himself free. He's one-on-one on the outside to the right side of your screen, and no help over the top. And Peugeot drops it in perfectly, and Adkins does the rest. Pirates strike again. They now lead at 44-7. For Peugeot, it's his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. And he's now got 15 touchdown passes on the season. Arroyo puts it through. 6:21 to go in the third. Ventura pushes the lead to 45-7 here on the VC Sports Network. Yeah, the Pirates, now it's reaching the point where they're making something of a statement here to start this conference schedule. Now leading at 45-7. They are pouring it on against Long Beach City College. And this is a team, year after year, these teams seemingly always play close games, and the Pirates are really dropping the hammer in this one. Another short return for Ridgely. Taken down after a 13-yard return.
First and 10 Vikings.
Again, we'll have more Pirate football for you a week from tonight. Pirates back at home next week to take on Bakersfield. Here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, and we hope you'll join us. Snap to West. Galloway with a good hole up the middle.
Carried by number 24, Saeed Galloway.
He is out very near the first down marker. Appears to have it, and he does. He ran for 10 yards and a foot on 1st and 10 and moves the chains. Out to the 31. Oh boy. Outside of that possible penalty number, this is about as good as a football team can play for the Pirates. Back to Galloway. Cut down near the 30. Sirocco on the stop. They'll spot it at the 29. That's a 3-yard gain. And a 2nd down and 7. And this starts to get into the territory where you'd expect both these teams to maybe start trying to work the clock a little bit. 45-7, the Pirates firmly in command. Pirates crowding the line. They fake to Galloway. West sidearms it out in the flat and completes for a gain of a couple. And eventually here comes a flag.
We have penalty flags at the end of the play.
And that's at the tail end of the play again. And this time, I believe it might have been Danye Dixon. Let me see if I can get who was in here at the end of the play. And, again, running hard to the end of the play. And, yeah, it's Dixon at the end and just elects to finish that play, but not in the way that you really want if you're the Pirates. And he throws that Viking player out of bounds, and it draws the flag, and that's 15 yards. And it keeps this drive going, and 11 penalties now for 102 yards. So it turns it, instead of being 3rd down and short, now it's 1st and 10 from the Viking 47. And it's always so tough from a coaching perspective, too, because, Brad Hoyseth on our Saddleback coverage made a point a couple of weeks back, and you see the top teams in terms of playoff appearances, in terms of record, are often, if not always, among the most penalized teams in the SCFA year after year. And it's because they teach a level of aggressiveness and playing out right up into the whistle and finishing out plays. And sometimes you see the wrong side of that, where players are getting after it in the way that they're no doubt being coached to do, but making questionable decisions while they're doing that and drawing these flags. And it's a fine line as young players continue to learn the game between how to harness that aggression of really getting after it out on the field, but also recognizing when you have to rein that in to not draw the laundry and cost your team yards. Timeout taken after another penalty by Ventura moves it to the Ventura 35. 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pirates leading at 45-7 on the VC Sports Network. Running you back through some of the highlights here in the 3rd quarter that have seen the Pirates push a 31-7 halftime lead to a 45-7 lead. The Vikings have it at the Ventura 35 as we get going here again with 4:52 remaining in the 3rd. West with Galloway in the backfield. Galloway gets the give. And ahead to the 33 for a gain of a couple. Demetrius Edwards on the stop, and they will not give Galloway much of a spot. They'll spot it at the 34. That's a gain of just a yard. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 9. Well, it's been Galloway and Davis with Clemente not available for the Vikings, but I'm not sure you could put Barry Sanders on the Vikings here tonight, and they might have still had their hands full with this Pirate team. Galloway cut down at the line. Loss of a couple. Hernandez able to get into the backfield and bring down Galloway for a loss of 2 and a 3rd down and 11. Now facing the Vikings.
2-yard loss on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Here they come. Pirates come on the blitz. West with some time, looking near side, and the pass incomplete.
Derek West pass intended for number 17.
We do have another flag down. He was looking for Leitz. It was Yeast on the coverage. And I didn't see the flag. Is this in the backfield? Yeah, let's see what the call is here, but we're wondering, this might be a possibility as Yeast knocks this one away. And Pirates happy that they've forced another stoppage here, and did that draw the flag? And it is. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on the Pirates, and, well, for the most part tonight, despite all of these flags, I think the calls have been pretty good. I don't think we've just seen a lot of penalties, but not exactly a lot of terrible calls, but that's calling it awfully close. They do get the stop and get off the field. I'd like to think you could give the players a little bit of leeway to celebrate out there. It certainly didn't appear to be taunting. There's the pass incomplete over the middle looking for Ridgely. There's Cale Jackson in there to break it up, but it's kind of hard to believe. It's one thing to see a taunting type of call when a celebration is maybe really directed at another player, but it looked there like the Pirates were just pretty happy to get off the field, but it draws the unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay. And I am hearing now that might have been directed toward Danye Dixon, who maybe did appear to be targeting a little bit with that celebration. Completion to Leitz, makes a little move at the 15, another move at the 10, and finally dragged down at the 6. Good elusiveness from Zach Leitz. After the catch, gets it all the way down to the 6. And the Vikings looking to take advantage of a little help here that they're getting from the Pirates on this drive. Couple of penalties, and you see Leitz with a couple of good moves and then the strength to kind of move the pile, drag it for a couple of more yards. So 1st and 10 at the 6 after West finds Leitz. So the Vikings on the doorstep with Galloway in the backfield. Galloway gets the handoff, cuts it back to his left, a gain of a couple.
Brought down by number 50, Kobe Maddox.
Maddox eventually with the stop. Give you a look at Galloway here as he cuts it back and finds Maddox. 2nd down and goal from the 4. Well, this is where the Vikings would love to put the ball in the hands of Derek West and let him do the work. Last 3 touchdowns for the Vikings are courtesy of West, but this time it's Galloway with a huge hole. He'll walk it in. Viking touchdown finally breaks the Pirate run. After the Pirates had scored 45 unanswered, the Vikings behind a 4-yard touchdown run from Galloway. Make it 45-13, extra point coming up, 2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ryder Padilla will come on to try and tack on the extra point. Saeed Galloway now up to 65 yards on the ground in the game. With that touchdown,
Ryder Padilla's extra point is good.
Padilla puts it through. 45-14. 2:24 to go in the 3rd. It's Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network.
Tasker and Kelly back deep to receive the kick after the Vikings get back on the board on the 4-yard touchdown run by Saeed Galloway. Got a little help from the Pirates in terms of penalties on that drive, including a big personal foul call on 3rd down when it looked like the Pirates were going to stall the drive. But that continues the drive, and the Vikings take advantage. West finds Leitz to get it down to the 6, and then Galloway does the rest.
From the 16th spot.
2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We have 2 dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against Ventura.
So there's 2 unsportsmanlike calls against Ventura. Meanwhile, in between here, but they still have the ball teed up at the 35, so let's see what the call is. But it does appear that there is going to be an ejection. It might be Danye Dixon, and it might go back to that call, that personal foul call that I believe went against Dixon on the 3rd down play. And if these are both assessed here, this is almost a good break. Yeah, they're going to assess both here, and this kickoff is going to come from the Pirate 35. And I got to tell you, I'm no Sean Payton, but how do you not do an onside from here? What would be the downside? This is a really strange call. I don't know what you do, but I got to believe if you're the Vikings, how do you not do an onside kick when it's coming from the 35? It's I've got Emery in my ear wondering if you can kick a field goal from here. Yeah, can we eschew the kickoff and just let's just try a field goal from here? But let's see what they like to do. I have never seen this before, but they're going to kick off from the Pirate 35. And yeah, they're going to try the onside kick, and why wouldn't you? But instead it's picked up by the Pirates. It's going to be a big return back the other way. 1 man to beat. Down to the Viking 25, and well, that's a little bit about what you would expect. And careful now, because there's a little bit of taunting after that play. It's Derek West. Who else would it be but the guy who's been involved in some strange plays for the Pirates over the last couple weeks? But this is going to be a great angle of it here. And this is just a heady play by Derek West. That ball had not gone 10 yards, and the Vikings were really kind of standing around waiting for that ball. They beat the ball down to the spot, and West wisely moved up, saw a lane, picked it up, and it turned into a huge return. There is a flag down. I know that's going to be a shocker for people who are watching this game. Can't believe that, yeah, we're going to see our 24th penalty. They're going to call an unsportsmanlike penalty against Maddox for Ventura. And it's, yeah, Kobe Maddox on the return and from the 25, and this will bring it back, I believe, to the 40. And that is penalty number 14 against the Pirates for 162 yards. We still got 2:23 to go. You would think at a certain point both teams would make more of a commitment to stop committing penalties, but that doesn't appear to be happening. And it remains kind of chippy down there with these two teams getting into it after plays, and it's drawing a lot of flags. We've seen a downpour of personal foul calls here in this second half.
Quarterback number 10, Vince Walea.
Vince Walea has come on at quarterback, so Jordan Pachot's night appears to be finished. They'll keep it on the ground. Good running room for Chuck Wick. A little move at the 35, and he's down to the 31. 9 yards for Chuck Wick. It's a second down and 1. Corey Martin eventually with the stop. Good first down yardage. Walea looks over the Viking defense on 2nd and 1. Fake to Wick. Walea pumps now, throws looking over the top, and it was incomplete. Looking for Ashton Arnold, the intended receiver, and
This is well designed here, and Arnold had a step. But Walea just a little off the mark, and a 3rd and 1 coming up. Walea actually got the start in the season opener against Moore Park, and it's Walea on the keeper down to the 30. This is going to come down to the spot. Peugeot, due to COVID protocol, not available to start. He did see action in the opener against Moore Park, but it was Walea who got the start. But Peugeot, slated to be the starter of the season, has really taken over, so Walea comes on in a backup role. Pop flies to far side, incomplete, looking for Isaiah Isaac. Second and 10 for Ventura, 1:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Ventura leading at 45-14. And I got to tell you, the way they've run the football, I think they can keep it on the ground and probably run this one all the way in. There wouldn't be much reason to think that they couldn't, based on how effective they have been running the football. This is Wick. Good lane again on the left side. Wick at the 15, to his right, 10, 5, down to the goal line, just about a half a yard short. Chuck Wick from the 30 runs at 29.5 yards. This is a great job by Wick in the secondary, and the Pirates way over 300 yards on the ground. And I got to tell you, I thought Wick was really close to getting in. The Pirates going to quick snap it. They'll get it in. It looked like Walea on the keeper. Or was it Wick? Try to get that for you. Again, Pirates quickly up to the line from about the half-yard line and able to get the push. 1-yard touchdown run. The Pirates answer back. They lead it 51-14.
Arroyo's extra point is good.
Arroyo puts it through. 1:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ventura 52-14 over Long Beach on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So for those keeping track of the statistical specifics here, it was Chuck Wick. We do apologize, we didn't get back live in time, but it was Wick with the 1-yard carry finishing off the good work that he had done on the drive to bring it all the way down. So Wick with the 1-yard touchdown run. Pirates back up 38 at 52-14. The return by Ridgely is out to the 30 as we are under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, next week, we're back to a full slate. Check out our site, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com, and you can see all of our upcoming games, as well as our YouTube channel, which you can find on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. And again, those will have the players taking you to all of our coverage in the upcoming week. So you can follow all of our coverage here in the SCFA on our website or on our channel on YouTube. Davis with the carry out to the 35. Sirocco brings him down. It's a 5-yard run and a 2nd and 5 coming up for Long Beach. 34 seconds as the clock moves here in the 3rd quarter. And the Pirates with a most impressive start to their conference schedule. Good hole for Davis again on the left side. Davis with first down yardage out to the 42, working behind Aluma and Kele. Mase Suave on that left side. They'll wind the clock now, under 10 seconds to go, time for one more play in the third quarter. West, deep drop, fires over the middle, and that one nearly picked off. He was looking for Leitz, but it was Yeast who had the best shot at that football. We do have another flag down. That should be the last play of the third quarter, but we'll see if they're going to run one more play. It's an ineligible receiver downfield. So it'll be 1st and 15. I'm a little surprised. I don't know if that's one you have to automatically accept, but it's an incomplete pass. I would think the Pirates might be interested in just taking the result of the play. Either way, it's the end of the third quarter, 52-14. Ventura on top of Long Beach. You are watching Ventura College football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So, second down and 10. As I believe the word is that we're getting is that the Pirates did decline the penalty. So they'll take the results of the play, the incompletion. And we move to the fourth quarter with the score 52-14 in favor of Ventura. Second down and 10. West, the give to Galloway. Galloway out to the 45, a run of 3 yards. Daquan Benjamin coming up for the stop. Third down and 7 for the Vikings, who came in struggling on third down as a team at just 33%. They're 3 of 11 tonight. The Pirates defensively have been very good on third downs. Opponents converting just 33% against the Pirate defense this season. That's part of the reason they've played so well. West, sideline throw, and the pass incomplete. And West was just a little short on the throw. Let's watch the replay. Looking for Gambini.
Covering on the play, number 4, Cale Jackson.
It was Andre Dimbiti was the intended target, and we didn't quite have that one in frame. But the pass a little short from West, and that'll bring up fourth down, and we'll bring on Jaron Lincoln. Well, the Pirates instead with West on the field are going to try and go for it. Screen pass out to Davis. No chance. This is a gain of maybe a yard, but not nearly enough on 4th and 7. It was Sirocco who got there quickly. And this is a hard play to run against the Pirates, and it is just well diagnosed, and it starts with great pressure up front. In fact, can we run that replay one more time? Just watch how the Pirates get back quickly. And again, we'll look at it here, and they are really making West give away that play early, and that's how Sirocco can make such a good read, because West has to give an indication of where he wants to go with that football earlier than he wants to. And it's great pressure from the Pirates, and Sirocco does the rest. Closing the distance, Davis had no chance, and the Pirates will take over with Tilley in the backfield. Tilley with all kinds of room. He's to the second level, breaks a tackle at the 30, down inside the 20 to the 19. 23-yard rumble for Alex Tilley. Rogers finally with the stop, but that's great vision from Tilley as well. I'll tell you, Alex Tilley gives me just a little John Riggins type feel. He's a big guy, and he runs hard, but he's got pretty good feet. Pretty good vision, too, to go with it. And that's a good example right there. He makes a little move in the hole and turns what could have been 5 or 10 yards into 23. Tilley again gets the call over his left guard, down inside the 19 to the 13.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Now for Tilley, he's up over 50 yards in the game after the 6-yard run. And the Pirates just continue to pour it on in the running game. And they are wearing down this Viking front that's been very good this season. Walea with the fake. Flags are down. Has good running room. He's inside the 10. Takes a hit. He's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 4. That's a 9-yard run, but let's see if it's coming back. The flags came in early in the play. So the offsides call is against Long Beach. So the Pirates will take the result of the play. They'll decline the penalty, and they have it now inside the Viking 5-yard line at the 4 after the Walea run.
1st and goal, Ventura.
Pirates back at the line on 1st down. And this play in trouble right from the start. This is going to be a loss on the play.
Ball carried by number 7, Alex Tilley.
Alex Tilley hit in the backfield. Did actually manage to
Stop on the play made by number 3,
get back to the line. So no gain on the play.
It'll be 2nd and goal.
And it'll be 2nd down and goal for the Pirates. One of the rare running plays that didn't go somewhere for Ventura tonight. Tilley will remain in the backfield with Walea. Walea has the snap. Tilley running left, looking for the edge. He's in for the touchdown. Alex Tilley, a 4-yard touchdown run. His first rushing touchdown tonight. The Pirates now with 5 rushing touchdowns tonight. They do have the defensive touchdown listed as well. But 5 rushing touchdowns, 1 each for Valenzuela, Wick, Tilley, Kelly, and West. That in and of itself is kind of impressive. That's impressive spreading the ball around. Everybody getting a chance, and Tilley that time, after largely bringing the field down, the ball downfield himself, gets to finish off his own drive with a 4-yard touchdown run. 59-14 Ventura. 12:32 to go in the ball game. It's Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. Vargas has it teed up. Ridgely and Fata waiting deep for the Vikings. We're wondering here in the booth, we'd like to see the a rule change that we think all kickoffs now should take place from the other team's 35, and you should have to onside kick it. Yes, more safe. That is part of it, but we just like the drama. And hey, evidently you could still have a really good return. That's not out of the question either, as it turns out. And another late flag comes in. Pirates threatening 200 yards in penalties here tonight with 14 for 182. Unsportsmanlike going against the Vikings this time. And the Vikings have hardly gotten away unscathed in this one. That is their 11th penalty for 124 yards in this one. So they haven't done themselves any favors. Both these teams coming in relatively middle of the pack in penalties in the 3C2A on the season. But this one has spiraled a little bit. And it really started from the outset. We had penalties seemingly from the very beginning here on both teams. It has just been a game filled with penalties on both sides. Good running room for Galloway, who breaks a tackle. He's out past the 30, dragging tacklers to the 38. Finally brought down by Cam Williams. And Galloway is going to threaten and probably go over 100 yards in this one. As you watch, there's a good move. And we do have a referee that took a big hit. This was, let's take a look at the replay here. Keep an eye at about the 20-yard line or so, because Galloway starts to make a move. And this is a dangerous spot here. And you see the referee go down there, and he got it from a couple of angles. And it's as we talk about, that is the most dangerous spot among the officials, and you're right there in the action as the umpire, and everybody just continuing on the play and trying to get out of the way. But eventually he takes a hit and then gets rolled over on top of it too. He does appear to have managed to sit himself up, and they'll take their time looking at him and making sure that he's okay before they move forward. But that's an awful lot of contact, and man, that's a tough spot to play for an official. Right there in the middle of the action, and sometimes the play just comes at you. So let's step aside here while they continue to tend to our injured official, and we will be back. 12:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ventura on top of Long Beach on the VC Sports Network. Well, there's toughness for you. Up on his feet, he's going to stay in the game. So good news all around, and we will get back to football. 12:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. After the run by Galloway, the Vikings have a first down at their own 38. Quick snap, Holla back on at quarterback. Completes the pass in the flat. Looking for DeVille Fata. So DeVille Fata with his first reception tonight. And Fata was a guy who, despite no catches so far this season, warranted a mention from Brett Peabody. He talked about this guy as an explosive athlete. He is a playmaker, and he has had some injury problems as another good hole for Saeed Galloway before he has finally stood up at the 49. That is good enough for a first down. An 11-yard run for Galloway will move the chains, but Fata is a guy who's been battling some injuries, has had to miss some games. They're just getting him back now. But Brett Peabody said, hey, keep an eye on this guy. He's a playmaker, and he's going to make some things happen in this offense. We've seen him in the return game so far, but the Vikings will no doubt look to get him more involved in the offense as the season goes on. That's his first catch tonight. But Viking fans will want to keep their eyes open for DeVille Fata. Moving forward after the run by Galloway, it's a 1st and 10. Vikings doing some good running of the football themselves. Another flag, this one in the secondary. This one came from the secondary, which you expect this would be some kind of false start, but doesn't appear that they're going to assess any penalty here, but rather it's just going to stay 1st and 10 at the 49. Holla, again looking in the flat, completes. Another big collision between Benjamin and Talon Cooper. And watch the contact here. And just in case you're wondering, it's Cooper and Benjamin. They're still getting after it, 59-14. But these two teams are going to play the 60 minutes. It goes down as a 5-yard reception for Cooper and a 2nd down. Another good hole, this one for Elijah Davis. Down to the 35.
Stop on the play made by number 24, C.J. Hogden. 8-yard gain to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 Long Beach.
Vikings move the chains again. On the run by Davis. 1st and 10 now from the Pirate 35. Back to Davis. Angling to his right, brought down at the line. Maddox on the stop, and Kobe Maddox has had an outstanding game here tonight for the Pirates. Do recall that Maddox picked up 1 personal foul earlier in this 3rd quarter, but overall, he's been very active tonight from his linebacker spot. Pirates still missing Drew Carter among their linebackers, so Maddox getting some additional time here tonight and making the most of it. Gets the stop there, no gain for Davis. 2nd and 10, Holla completes to Cooper, who takes a big hit immediately at the 31. And it's Benjamin who that time gets to come up and deliver the hit to Cooper. And no doubt that was a feel-good moment for Daquan Benjamin after Cooper really lowered the shoulder and then some earlier in this drive. And Benjamin got to return the favor somewhat. 4-yard pickup, and it's 3rd and 6 for the Vikings, under 10 minutes to go. Holla with time completes over the middle, another 1st down for the Vikings. Down to the 21 as he finds Andre Dimbidi. So Holla settling in nicely after he was a little shaky in his run in the 1st half, completing just 2 of 8 passes, but he's completed all 3 of his passes on this drive here in the 2nd half. Looked like a little movement. Don't see any flags. Meanwhile, running room on the right side. Another big hit. Cam Williams that time lowering the lumber.
Ball is carried by number 26, Bryce Jones.
Bryce Jones gets the carry, but watch Williams coming up. Freshman cornerback, and
5-yard gain to the 15-yard line.
Recall Brett Peabody talking about his outstanding quarterback, Thaddeus Dixon, and saying that he's great cover corner, but he can come up and knock the hell out of you too. And mindful of Cam Williams on that play. Outstanding freshman cornerback for Ventura, but comes up there, and these Pirate defensive backs can come up and knock the hell out of you too. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard run by Jones. Holla pop flies into the end zone, incomplete.
Kingston Holla's pass intended for number 3, Jonathan Watson, falls
Looking for DeVille Fata. 3rd down and 5 for the Vikings from the 15. Should point out that we wondered if there had been an ejection and that it might be Danye Dixon, and we should report that that was Danye Dixon on the coverage on Fata. So Dixon still in the game, and we're not sure entirely if any Pirate players were kicked out when we had a series of personal foul calls earlier in the 3rd quarter. But for the record, Dixon still in the game. Meanwhile, a timeout taken, 8:02 to go here in the 4th quarter. Vikings facing a 3rd and 5. The Pirates rolling to 6-0. They lead at 59-14.
3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line.
Back at the VC Sportsplex, and the Vikings facing a 3rd and 5 from the 15. Holla with a deep drop, under pressure, hit as he throws, and the pass incomplete. Pressure coming from Jonah Rubidoux on Holla. And nowhere to go. Eventually tried to get it to Jones, and it's 4th down and 5, and a decision for Brett Peabody. Do you think about a field goal here for 32 yards? Nope. Pirates are going to line up to go for it on 4th and 5 tonight. They are 0 of 3 on 4th down, now 3 of 15 on the season. Meanwhile, Ventura opponents also just 3 of 15 on the season. So talked about the Pirates and how well they're playing on 3rd down, playing even better on 4th down. This is a 4th and 5. Quick slant, and Holla able to squeeze it in and complete inside the 10. Down to the 6. Andre Dimbidi makes the reception, a 9-yard gain and a 4th down conversion for the Vikings.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
First and goal from the 6. Jones in the backfield with Holla. Holla will look to throw, looking left into the end zone, incomplete. Wanted to go back to Dimbidi.
Kingston Holla's pass intended for number 80. Bring up 2nd and goal, covering
Pirates with Benjamin and Vincent on Dimbidi. So a tough job for Holla to get it in. 2nd down and 6. Pirates come on the blitz. Holla with good protection. Throws and it's picked off. Pirates able to get the turnover and a big return. This may go 100 plus. All the way back for a Pirate touchdown. C.J. Hodgson.
Kingston Holla's pass intercepted by number 24, C.J. Hodgson, in return for a touchdown.
Well, Holla initially had good protection. And Ogden just steps in front, reading Holla's eyes. Really just playing some center field there. And that's just a great read. And nobody home. I'm going to guess that's about 107 yards on the return. 3rd turnover of the game for the Vikings. And my apologies. I want to try and get the name right. I believe it's C.J. Ogden. But either way, it's a huge play for C.J. 107 yards on the return. And the Vikings go from the doorstep to giving up another touchdown just that quickly. And Holla just locks in. And Ogden sitting down in coverage, and a great break on that football, and picks up a block around midfield, and then it's just a foot race, and Ogden wins it. And the Pirates with their 2nd defensive touchdown tonight. And they now lead at 66-14 with 7:11 to go. Well, it's not often that the VC Sportsplex is a house of horrors for the Vikings when they make this trip up here, but this will not be one for the time capsule, and rather one that they will look to forget and get back to football next week. Next week, Long Beach will be at home to take on East Los Angeles College, as we have started conference play. Going to check in. Again, Alan Hancock, a winner earlier, as Ridgely forced out of bounds at the 27. Again, earlier today, Alan Hancock, a 31-23 win over East Los Angeles. And the Bulldogs moved to 4-1. So, showing you the replay there is a flag down. It looks like this is going to go against Ventura, I believe. And it looks like this is offsides here. Yep. Well, can slow it down here and show it to you. Good job, guys. And another penalty is Ventura in a spectacular win, creeping towards 200 yards and penalties. And, boy, outside of that. And we also have another unsportsmanlike call. So 2 flags on the play, and we'll sort this out and see where it ends up. It's a final in Bakersfield. College of the Canyons moves to 6-0. A 35-21 win at Bakersfield. And right now, the way it's shaping up, what a matchup that'll be here on SoCalCollegeSports.com when Ventura and College of the Canyons meet a little bit later in the conference schedule. And might they both be undefeated when it happens? That's a titanic matchup. Davis on the carry, upended at the 20. 3-yard run, 2nd down and 7.
Stop made by number 42,
Jalen Langkild gets the stop on Davis.
3-yard gain to the 20-yard line, 2nd and
7. 2nd down and 7. Meanwhile, we have another stoppage of play. We do have an injured Viking player down. We'll take a brief timeout here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's Ventura College football. Second down and 7 from the Viking 20 with 6:58 to go. And the Pirates getting their conference schedule started in most impressive fashion here with a 66-14 lead. They will look ahead to next week when they will take on Bakersfield College here at the VC Sportsplex. First down carry, second down carry and good running room. It's back to Davis, out to the 29 before he's pushed out of bounds. That's a gain of 9. Davenport eventually forcing Davis out of bounds, but not before he moves the chains with a 9-yard run.
9-yard gain, 1st and 10 long.
Well, it's 405 yards rushing on 39 rush attempts, over 10 yards a carry tonight for the Pirates. And if you're just joining us, that's the story. The Pirates have been incredibly dominating up front, really winning the battles of the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they have turned that into a 66-14 lead. Pass incomplete. Hala looking for Isaiah Watson. 2nd down and 10. Antelope Valley taking on LA Valley here on SoCalCollegeSports.com tonight. Now Antelope Valley leading that one big 39-0. Davis sweeping to the left, fighting off a tackle. He's out near the first down marker. This will come down to the spot. And again, it was Davenport chasing down Davis, but it looks like Davis got just enough for the first down. So a 10-yard run. Out to the 39, moves the chains. They will wind the clock. Getting down towards 6 minutes to go in this one. Play action, deep drop for Hala, screens it out and incomplete.
He was looking for Ryan Bowers. And obviously both coaches will take a chance here to go deep into the roster, get some guys some game reps in a 66-14 game. Yet another flag is down. It's a dead ball foul. 15 yards against the Pirates. And, well, about the only drama left is what's the final number going to be? That's 15 penalties for 197 yards. And hard to imagine that you could get away with that in a game that you're up 52 points, but that's how good the Pirates have been tonight. Davis on the carry, cuts it back inside the 45 down to the 43. And we have a helmet fly off here late. What's the call here? Kingston Holla lost his helmet. And well, we'll take a look at the end of the play. Let's watch what we have. Let's see. It's just what we've been seeing all night. And yeah, just watch it there at the end of the play. And I want to say is that Demetrius Edwards? Is that 93? Yeah.
First down.
And this is going to be 15-yard penalty. We're watching this one at a couple angles, and it's just Holland. He's getting locked up, and I'm trying to see the number there, if that might be number 93. But either way, this is a must-call penalty, and don't want to call out the wrong name, so I'm going to move on from there. But couldn't quite pick up the number, but that is going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Long Beach. And I guess if nothing else, it's somewhat emblematic of the tempers that have been flaring almost from the outset in this one between these two teams. And I think there's just a lot of back and forth, and it's continuing. And that's surprising when you think about that this game is really over on the scoreboard. And you'd think both these teams would be ready to just get it over with and move on and get ready for their next game. But still getting into it, and tempers are still running hot in a game that's very one-sided. Carry down inside the 15, Davis down to the 13, and more whistles coming in, and are we going to see more flags coming in?
Ball was carried by number 6, Elijah Davis.
So let's sort out what the latest penalty is.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 13.
This one's going to go against Long Beach.
First down, be first and 10.
So they'll back it up. And that was Isaiah Watson with the personal foul. So Davis headed down to the 13, but now we'll come back to the 28.
First and 10, Long Beach.
So after they mark off the penalty, it'll be second down, a quick pitch to Davis. Inside the 25, down to the 22, 6-yard run.
Brought down by number 8, Cam Williams.
Cam Williams on the stop.
Gain of 5 yards.
The 5-yard run brings up a second down and 5. Two teams combining for 28 penalties in the game. That number feels a little low. Back to Davis, running left. Bounces off a couple of tacklers, and he's finally brought down.
By number 6, Elijah Davis.
Finally takes a big hit.
Brought down by number 31, Cedarian Vincent.
Cedarian Vincent coming up. The hard hit on Davis. That was an impressive run by Davis, shedding a couple of tackles before Vincent came up and delivered the hard hit, about a yard shy of first down yardage for Davis. It's 3rd and 1. We'll see Bryson Jones come on for Long Beach. Hala at the controls, 3rd and 1. Jones gets the call.
Ball's carried by number 26, Bryce Jones.
Straight ahead. It's going to come down to the spot.
By number 31,
Vincent again on the stop. And just enough for Jones to move the chains. Fresh set of downs. Winding down 3:20 as the clock moves. Remaining in this one, it's been all Ventura. They're going to remain undefeated on the season, move to 6-0 as they lead this one 66-14. Jones sweeping to the near side. Able to slip out of a tackle all the way down inside the 5. Again, Vincent getting there for the stop, but not before Jones able to pick up another first down to the 5 where it'll be first and goal.
Long Beach from the 5-yard line.
Canyons and Allen Hancock, winners in the Northern Division here today, and Ventura going to start their conference schedule off with a win. Jones in trouble in the backfield. No, it's a fake, and Holla's going to keep it. Good job on the read option for Kingston Holla. Running right, he's down to the 2. 3-yard run and a second down and 2. Do have an injured player down. Looks like a Pirate player down. As Robert Mallett eventually able to bring down Holla after the 3-yard run. 2:23 remaining. Take a brief injury timeout on the VC Sports Network. Second down, and the Vikings at the 2-yard line with the handoff. Jones down to the 1, where it'll bring up third down. So a third and goal for the Vikings. Jones will stay in with Holla. It's Holla on the keeper, second effort, down to the goal line, in for the touchdown. So Kingston Holla from a yard out, and the Vikings able to take it in for the late touchdown. It's now 66-20. And with the extra point coming up and 1:45 remaining in this one, and the Pirates can look to just close it out. Padilla will come on for the extra point. For the Pirates tonight, 5 running backs with 35 yards or more. As the extra point is up and good.
Extra point by Ryder Padilla is good.
Meanwhile, we do have another flag down as Padilla puts it through. And it looks like a roughing the kicker call going to be coming for Ventura. And again, for this season, the Pirates relatively middle of the pack in terms of penalties. This is not, they have had some untimely penalties, who doesn't, but this has not been a pervasive problem, but for some reason in this one, the Pirates just piling up the penalties. The extra point is good, and we'll no doubt see the kickoff from the 50. We should see Kelly and Brasker retreat back deep with 1:45 to go. Long Beach will fall to 2-4 on the season. I want to thank our team tonight. Art Gilbreth on camera, Zach Schwartzberg on scoreboard. Tonight's broadcast produced and directed by Emery Johnson. As always, our executive producer, Mike Cepeda, helps us set up our broadcast. Want to thank the team here, Rick Ruffinelli, PA announcer, for all his help on our broadcast. Of course, Rob Hester, Jimmy Walker in the athletic department here at Ventura College, without whom we couldn't really get this done. So special thanks, as always, to Jimmy and Rob for their help. I want to thank both coaches, Steve Mushagian, Brett Peabody, taking some time to talk to us this week, and really appreciate that. So a lot goes into it. A lot of people helping out here to help us bring this to you, and we're happy to do it. Happy you've joined us here on SoCalCollegeSports.com for our coverage. And a reminder, after the onside kick, Ventura will take over at the Long Beach 46, but we will be back a full slate of games, and Ventura fans will be back 1 week from tonight as the Pirates will take on Bakersfield College here at the VC Sportsplex, and we'll see if the Pirates can keep it rolling. They're on their way to 6-0. Miles on the carry, straight ahead, a gain of about 3. We do have some additional coverage here of Ventura College athletics coming up as well. We will have women's volleyball next Friday night here from Ventura, taking on Moore Park, and next Tuesday, so that would be the 26th, we will have soccer coverage as well from Ventura, again, against Moore Park. So Friday, Saturday, Tuesday. Next week we'll have volleyball, football, and soccer here from Ventura College on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Looking forward to that as well. Another big collision as Miles is stood up at the 42. But Miles, as much as he was bounced back on that one, I'm not sure that Miles got the worst of it. In fact, he definitely did not. That was a huge collision with Justin Livingston. And Livingston was slow getting to his feet. That was a massive collision between Miles and Livingston. It was eventually Clavon Kane on the stop. But this is just hard running from Miles, and these teams are going to play 60 minutes. And Livingston able to get up and head off under his own power, and that's, of course, always a good sign. But no doubt that he got his bell rung on that one. That was a big-time collision on the hit on Miles. Meanwhile, what else but another penalty that's going to back up the Pirates? It's a dead ball penalty. And not a big surprise that we can't even seem to run this one out without getting some more laundry on the field. So we'll be back at the 43. Under a minute to go. I'm surprised in a 66-21 game that there isn't some thought to simply kneeling on the ball. I have a hard time believing that we'd see some timeouts at this point.
There are two number 5s on home team. Each one now has 1 unit a game.
Well, after the penalty, 53 seconds and they'll wind the clock. And we'd say 1, maybe 2 plays. The Pirates can wrap this one up and move their record to 6-0. They came in number 2 in the 3C2A, and I don't see them losing any ground tonight. But they'll get a tough assignment next week. Miles with a good hole up the middle. Hit and dropped at the 50.
Ball is carried by number 5, James Miles. Brought down by number 56.
Yeah, they'll spot it. It is fourth down, but the clock is moving. And they will not have to run another play. And this one will go final. Final score 66-21. The Pirates emphatically in their conference opener over the Long Beach City College Vikings. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. So long, everybody.